¿A quién le importa a ella?
Please keep it going. They're making a Star Wars game. Guys, welcome to EA Play.
Thank you. What a great welcome.
How are you feeling right now? No pressure. You're just about to announce maybe one of the biggest, if not the biggest games of your
Mira,
life.
mañana tenemos.
You're supposed to answer this.
Seguro que subió Trigger. Mañana en Microsoft a las
So,
4.
Oh yeah, we're totally off script. They
Bethesda a las
gave me
8:30
cards. That was nobody-
y Devolver Digital a las 10.
So awesome
Mi
to be here.
teoría es
It's
ver
EA
los
Play,
tres
it's
de
E3,
eso.
It's Star Wars.
Y
Yeah,
entre
it
medio
doesn't really get any
vamos
bigger
a,
than
voy a ver
Yeah,
si
this is
podemos
something
jugar
that Stig and I have
algo
been
por mientras.
envisioning for years to see it come to life and be able to show you guys 15
Después, el
minutes
lunes
of gameplay
es a la
today.
1, está PC Gaming. Cállate,
Uncut.
Zampela, si no me interesan
All
tu...
right. So everybody's anxious to see what this 15 minutes is going to be.
Yeah.
For somebody watching right now who's just a FIFA fan, they don't know anything. What is
El lunes
happening?
tenemos
What is
PC
this game all
Gaming,
about?
que a la 1,
This is a single
Ubisoft,
player
que a las
action
4,
adventure game
y eso lo voy a tener que ver
set
cuando
post-
llegue.
Oh, yeah, oh.
They're not dead, everybody!
Gracias, Trigger, por la chucha.
Set post Order 66 after the events in Episode 3. When all the Jedi were
Entonces,
hunted down. Well, not all. When the
el
Jedi
PC
were
Gaming, que el lunes,
dominated.
y el de Ubisoft no los voy a poder ver porque voy a estar trabajando. Entonces la idea es verlo cuando llegue a la casa, verlos. El problema es que no
Okay,
sé cuánto
so
van a durar.
Cal's, like, this takes place maybe about 3 hours into the game.
Okay.
So Cal's built himself up. He's not a lowly Padawan anymore, but he's not a full Jedi yet.
Sure.
Like Vince said, this is unedited.
Después
We have
está
one of our star players, Blair, over
esto de
there.
Kinda Funny, que no sé qué es. Square Enix, que
This
también
is
es a
an
las
excellent
9.
playthrough.
Okay.
So we're gonna see some really cool stuff.
Entonces no sé si ver el de Square Enix a las 9
2 or 3, Blair?
o ver los otros 3. Ahí tengo que...
It takes place on Kashyyyk, which
Okay.
is the Wookiee.
Y Nintendo es a las 12.
And Cal's on a mission to restart the Jedi Order, and it takes him here to Kashyyyk.
No sé qué voy a hacer.
And the Wookiees have been
No sé
enslaved
cómo lo
by
voy a
the
hacer para
Empire,
ver
who's
los
basically
videos.
siphoning the planet for
O
all
sea, las
its
transmisiones.
resources to build up the Imperial war machine.
Got it. All right, so I brought out my phone, not to be rude, of course. It wouldn't be Greg Miller if I didn't look at the Twitch chat. And
¿Puedo ver
they
el
are
tráiler,
all through
por
with us
favor?
talking. They'd like to see the game. We've gone on long enough. We're not going to...
Gracias. Es que los otros son muchos, puede ser el problema. Son muchos un día. El lunes, sobre todo, es el día más cargado. Porque el del domingo los puedo ver, pero el del lunes no lo voy a poder ver. Ya, vamos a ver esto, a ver. ¡Ratoncito!
Over here.
Imperial sap refinery lies dead ahead.
What does the Empire want with tree sap?
Nothing good. They refine the sap into a powerful compound, and they're rushing to expand production.
We have to stop them.
That's the plan. We don't know their end game.
Sí, pero puta, cagado el sueño, voy a mañana, el lunes a la pega, no, pues no hay problema.
Here you go, bud.
These refineries
Porque
double
el
little
es
boys'
Devolver y voy a tener que verlo hasta... Devolver no dura mucho, durará una hora y media.
Wookiees inside. We need their help to stop the Empire.
Understood.
Oye, qué guay hace Chewbacca, weón.
Find yourself in there.
¿Es mi idea o los gráficos son como raros?
Come on, buddy.
Supongo que debe ser porque es un alfa, asumo. Dijo, se decía alfa, ¿cierto? Porque se ve muy raro, weón. Se ven raros. Pero supongo que es por el alfa. Dejémoslo que es un alfa. ¿Te imaginas? Me lo compro. No, mentira. Porque no tengo plata. Bueno, y si tuviera tampoco. No. Lo que estoy viendo está bien, pero... no sé.
Over there. One of the cutters turned on. Are you ready? Kind of drill? We should call it in? Well, that'd be a breach of protocol. If there's a disturbance, their squad should call it in. Yeah. Better do this by the book.
Quiero ver pelea.
Gonna need to get through here.
Qué bueno, el turrito malo. Ah, no, pensé que era R2 de 2 malo. Ah, no es malo, parece, ¿o no? Ay, pobrecito. Pobrecito, vos lo ocupó de la... Skill point. No está mal, ¿no? No está mal.
I'll fix that. Never seen a trooper like that before. You gotta get these Wookiees out of lockup. Keep moving, Jedi. Face open. Go.
Think you can help me, PD?
Me gastó una poción energética.
Flame beetles. They're coming through the wall. Hit their nest. Trooper, he's dead.
Oye, pero el loco está rotísimo, po, weón. Está rotísimo. Yo sabéis que le siento tal vez un poquito tosco los movimientos. La sangre es lo de menos para mí. Yo siento que están un poquito toscos los movimientos, pero es porque es un alfa, entonces todavía se pueden mejorar. Lo siento un poco tosco, pero nada más.
Okay. A shortcut. That's why you wanted to get this thing. You had no idea that was there, did you? You just wanted to turn that cutter on.
Uy, me escarabajo, un chico. Esos son los verdaderos enemigos, weón. Ese es el jefe final del juego. The Real Boss. Sí, igual se parece un poquito a los del Borderlands. Sense Echo.
Patrol the base. Got another breach down here. Some kind of webbing. Hey, who's that?
¿Cagó? Ah, no, yo. Oh, yo pensaba que lo había matado, weón. Esa animación tenía toda la pinta como que le había arrancado la cabeza, weón. Pero estaba bueno. Al final.
I just heard from the captain. They're coming. Oh, this is it. At least we have the high ground. What was that? Cutter 7 is active. Reporting a live cutter near the cell block. Immediate aid requested. It's breaking through and destroying everything.
Sí, eso es como que le faltan un poquito de animaciones, eso estoy cachando. Pero nada que no se pueda arreglar. Interesante eso. Lo que sí, me lo vuelvo a repetir, el loco no estará muy roto. No estará muy powered. O los enemigos son muy fáciles.
Jedi will be here any minute. And our reinforcements in retreat. Good. Sir, the fewer distractions, the better. Jedi incoming! You cannot escape! All Jedi will perish!
¿Por qué ahora todas las músicas tienen como los acordes de la weá de Avengers, weón? Son todos más o menos parecidos, weón. Que debe ser un acorde que también lo deben haber ocupado en otras cosas. No, pero hay unos... No sé. Siento que hay unos acordes que... Todos de Disney. Sí, pero no tiene sentido. Mira el Chewbacca. Oh, el Chewbacca feo, concha tu madre, weón. Oh, el Chewbacca feo, weón.
Visitation is not permitted.
Soy el único que lo ve mal a Chewbacca, weón. Que Que lo ve mal modelado.
Games play best on Xbox One.
What do we think? What do we think, EA Play? Yes, that's what I wanted, the little boy. Guys, congratulations. That looks pretty awesome.
Thank you.
I have a million questions, and I know we're short on time as always. I want to point out, though, in the Twitch chat, Gwyn96 says, that's frickin' cool. But he didn't use frickin'. How does it feel?
Me acabo de
to,
inventar
I think,
el
deliver,
username.
Right? Like, you guys liked it, right? I think I was looking at the Twitch chat. There's a lot of people who liked it. Like, what does that feel like to finally show this game?
Oh, it's great. I mean, being involved with this team, you know, Stig and his team have done an amazing job. They've put so much of themselves into this game. To be able to be involved in something like this is just, you know, dream come true.
Yeah?
Agreed. Huge shout out to the team.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Thanks,
who worked
guys.
everybody who busted their butts on the demo, but also the whole game. The whole game is coming together right now. So it's an amazing feeling. I'm just so proud to be up here.
Tiene frío.
I hope that
Pero
Star
no
Wars
creo que
fans
haya frío en
understand that we're
Estados
really
Unidos.
doing our best to try to honor
En Los
the brand.
Ángeles.
I mean, I think from... Yo, go ahead, clap now. I'm going to stop you. Whenever you want to clap for him, you clap for him. I think that's pretty evident from it. And I liked when we introed, you guys were talking about the fact that this is a skilled person playing it, right? We all see it and we think it looks awesome. What are we missing by not having our hands on the controllers? Like, what do lightsabers feel like?
I mean, it's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Because it looks like it's got weight to it and throwing it and catching it, right? Like, that's the impact I think I want from it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's really satisfying. I mean, the game itself, it's thoughtful combat, as Stig likes to call it. It's what you saw was a really good player.
Yeah.
Right. So you'll
Right
have
over
to
there
work up
again.
to
He'll
that
give out
stuff.
autographs after this panel.
So you can block, parry, deflect. Like
Yeah.
we want the combat to feel really good for people to go in and be able to like be part of that and size up the enemies when things feel right. It feels really good.
Yeah, it's also about the enemy arrangements as well, like what enemies we're putting you up against, how you go in and use your tools to take them down. But it's not just lightsabers; it's the Force as well.
Sure. Well, that's part of
Yeah.
this. You were talking to me last night about it, right? This thoughtful combat. And the idea that when I watched the demo initially, my thought was, oh, these are canned animations, right? I'm doing a force grab and stabbing the guy, and that's all I hit R1 and that happened. That's not that way.
No, it's
right?
all freeform.
So, like, you can go back in and replay things and do it differently, or you and I would have different
Absolutely, and actually the enemies react to each other in different ways. You saw the flame troopers fighting against the spiders. You could sit as bystander and just kind of watch that fight if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get any skill points if you do that. And it's not any fun either. It's fun to watch sometimes, but
It is.
it's a lot more fun to play.
You talk about the skill points. Are those going into the force abilities?
Yeah, so we're going to have the classic abilities. We're going to have push, pull. We've got what we call force flip, which is essentially
Luego
double
me cago,
jump, which is nice 'cause that's
Pobrecito,
something
pescó el
that
enredo y
makes
lo
sense in
tiró,
Star
güey.
Wars, a Jedi
Qué
actually
malo, güey.
a double jump. But we have one unique expression of the force that you saw in there, which is slow, which is a little bit of the glue between force, push, and pull.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome. I think I thought you couldn't top my favorite moment in the demo, right? Where you come around the corner, grab the stormtrooper, or force pull stormtrooper, stab him, but when you force pulled the stormtrooper and walked him into
Yes.
the bolt, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That's one of my favorite. I think the first time I saw that, I freaked out a little.
No, you
bit,
actually
yeah.
said it better be in the demo.
Well, you did it. You delivered. Tell me about the enemies we are seeing there, right? Because that's one of those things I feel like we're talking a lot about, seeing things a lot about, is we're running through the environment. You had different things. You had your normal stormtroopers. You had non-normal stormtroopers.
Yeah, and this is just a small portion of the game, by the way. So there's a lot more that we haven't
You're
shown.
saying that
but
isn't the entire game.
that is not.
It's wow.
No,
I'm surprised.
no.
But we got our classic stormtroopers. We've got the scout troopers who you saw equipped with kind of melee charged weapon. We've got the flame troopers, but we also have the purge troopers whose task is to basically hunt Jedi.
Yeah.
Soften them up before the Inquisitors come in.
And like we're seeing right here, right? Like this bad.
That's the
MF
purge
version.
trooper.
That's the-
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. Like so
New that the team created.
in.
Yeah.
There you go. Adding to the Star Wars lore. Why
How
we're pointing
great
at
is
one
that?
guy? Did he create it? Just that one man did?
Yeah.
It was a team effort. You led the charge.
Jordan did the concept.
Good job, Jordan. Everybody, great cheers for Jordan. So we're going through, and you have these new stormtroopers. You have your fire troopers. You have one of my favorite droids of all time coming back,
The KX.
and then making me fight him.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, you do.
No,
Trust me, you do.
I do.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Well, then talk about the other star of this 15-minute demo, right? the new droid, BD1.
There he is right there.
No, BD1. BD1's in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, BD1. He's adorable, as I'm sure you know. I immediately want him as a backpack, so just a heads up if you're talking to anybody in the licensing department. That
All right.
Ya imagino que le salen chispitas y empieza a fallar.
What does he do in the game, right? Excuse me, we're hosting a panel. You can keep it down over there. What are the traits? What are we using as? Is he just flair? Am I using him for different things?
Like story-wise, he's Cal's companion. He's an explorer droid, which is perfect because Cal's on this mission for survival that's taken him to all these savage planets. BD sounds for Buddy Droid 1, which is...
That's Respawn. That's
Yeah, I
Respawn.
mean,
I don't think I didn't notice the wall running either. I'm like, well, yeah, Respawn made this game. Yeah, okay.
Definitely inspired by BT.
Sí, en teoría hoy día sí vamos a jugar. A los
One of the
chicos que
cool
pelean.
factoids is his
Toca
voice
avanzarlo.
is authored by the legendary Ben Burt,
Oh, nice.
who did all the main sound designer in the original trilogy and beyond. But he can hack doors, computers, as we saw in there.
So just scan some stuff there.
Yep. Scan the environment for like environmental storytelling, learn more lore about the planet.
I saw him shooting out health packs. Is that a canned animation after a fight? Is it a button I'm hitting?
It's player input.
Okay.
Whenever
like
they
a
want.
cooldown on it?
Whenever they want, BD will eject a stim pack.
Okay.
There's a limited amount that you can find more over the course of the game, and you're actually in that moment you're defenseless, so you got to choose wisely when you're going to do it.
We've seen the gameplay. Without spoiling stuff for me, what's going on in the story? Like, obviously, Cal, I thought he was going to be way weaker as a Jedi. You know, just tell me the whole story. What A to B, Stig, how's it go? What's the ending?
Well,
Actually, you know what? Stop. Full stop. I can't believe I've gone this long in the panel without asking. Is Watto in this game?
Sorry, I can't say.
But that's not a no! Hashtag Watto 2019. I'll be retweeting them all after this panel. Thank you very much. But what's going on in the story outside of Watto should be in it?
Well, you know, story's a really big deal to us. We've created this with Lucasfilm. We got to keep a really tight lip on it. So I don't really want to go into it too far.
Go home.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah, the story's
Gotta save
good.
it.
Okay. I know one of the things a lot of people have been asking, right? I'd put up stuff on Instagram saying, hey, give me questions. Community wanted to know, this is Star Wars canon, right? You
Totally canon.
Okay.
Totally legit.
Okay.
This is a real, Cal's a real character.
Yeah.
You saw Guerrera in there. He's you know, obviously part of the Star Wars universe. Seer, Cal's mentor.
Yeah.
They're all going to live in other places.
Okay, that's great. Vince, how's that feel? No pressure.
It feels great.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we have.
You act like it's so nonchalant. You're making a Star Wars game. That's canon.
Yeah, it's not nonchalant at all. It's amazing. Like I said, I'm just like shocked to be up here. I'm like.
I know, it's a big deal to work with me, but it's okay. He'll be all right.
We've been talking about this for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So.
The other big community question I've seen a lot is, it's a Star Wars game, and Star Wars games in the past have allowed us to go light or dark. Is that a choice here?
No.
Okay, well. Why not?
Because. No, I think it goes back to the fact that Cal's authentic, and he has to fill a certain role so he can be used in other places.
Yeah, this is a Jedi story.
Well, that's the thing I appreciate the most, that you guys are coming in and telling
Hubiera
us
sido
the story,
interesante que
right?
hubieran
I think
metido
that's why
dos-
so many of us are excited
dos
for it, is the idea that this
elecciones,
is a
por
Star
decirlo
Wars
así,
story
de
and
la
you guys
de
have
Jedi
something to say, and a lot of
o
walls to run on.
la de los malos,
Vince Stick, anything you want to say to the fans before we let you go?
el lado oscuro.
I mean, just thanks for the support. The energy here is great.
Pero eso les va a dar opción a hacer otro juego,
Thanks
tal
for
vez
coming
con
online. Like everyone's reaction is fantastic.
el lado oscuro de la fuerza.
Amazing moment.
The team, badass. Thank you guys.
Go team.
All your hard work. Now we just have to finish. Can't wait to bring it to you guys. There's so much more that you haven't seen yet. I can't wait to show you.
Believe it or not, there's so much more. There is more at the Microsoft conference tomorrow.
That's right.
Vince Steak, thank you so much for coming out.
Vamos a ver
November
otro tráiler
15th
mañana.
Can't come
Bueno.
soon enough. For those of you
Ya,
here at
terminó
EA
esto.
Play, the
Vamos
Respawn
ahora
team has brought
a
even
Apex.
more gameplay for you to check out over in the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order Theater. And for those of you at home,
Extended.
I was about to do a bit. For those of you at home,
Vamos a Apex.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to EA Play 2019, and I'm so excited to talk about Apex Legends here at EA Play. I'm professional esports commentator Alex Goldenboy Mendez. Now, everyone at Respawn has been working diligently at making Apex Legends the best Battle Royale game out there. We've got some big updates. That's right. That's right. I like that. Like that, baby. Bring that energy. We got some exciting details to share on Apex Legends Season 2, including a brand new weapon, a new mode, an improvise, you hear me? I'm improvising. An improved battle pass, a reveal of the 10th legend coming to the arena, and so much more. So let's jump out of this drop ship, dive right into the hot zone. Take it away, Jay.
What?
Thanks, Golden Boy. I'm Respawn's community manager, Jay Frechette, and as you can see,
¿Sabéis cuál le veo el problema a Apex?
right here at EA
El que no metieron una actualización. Bueno, la gente se acostumbró a meter a demasiadas actualizaciones con el Fortnite. Y siento que a Apex le cayó mal eso. No, le cuesta mucho meter actualizaciones. Y Fortnite estaba todo el rato metiendo actualizaciones como loco, weón. Pienso que eso le puede haber jugado en contra Apex. Pero el juego no es malo, es entretenido.
The legendary hunt has begun. Legends can compete to enter an all-new Apex Elite queue, complete challenges for exclusive cosmetics,
I could do this all day.
earn XP and Battle Pass boosts, and find all-new exclusive skins in the in-game store.
Only the strong will win and slaughter.
For a limited time, Legends who place in the top 5 of any match will earn the right to join the Apex Elite queue.
I need some help.
La Ranked.
Solid copy. There, they will have the opportunity to test their skills. Need some ammo against the most talented legends in the game.
One more. A legend's true test is from within.
Additionally, legends can complete legendary hunt challenges to earn rewards, like the epic Master of the Hunt Bloodhound, the Wolfpack G7,
Okay.
I won this one, and hunt down 2 wins to score the exclusive legendary Tamed Beast triple take.
Ooh.
Trust in the gods and you shall be rewarded.
Opening fire. Got him. During the event, all Battle Pass owners will receive the free legendary Honored Prey R301. Hit level 15 on your Battle Pass, and you'll also earn the legendary Night Terror Wraith.
You know what I look like. Come find me.
Every day, Legends can also earn an entire Battle Pass level for your first top 5 finish of the day.
Thank you for the fun fight.
And we're doubling down with our first ever Double XP weekend.
One moment.
From June 7th to June 9th, earn double XP on both your base and Battle Pass progression.
Our destiny has led us to this moment.
Throughout the event, be sure to keep an eye on the rotating store for new exclusive legendary hunt cosmetics.
The sky has opened and gifted the day.
Squad up and drop in, as the legendary hunt won't last forever. Good luck, Legends.
Let the hunt begin.
That's right, until June 18th, you can jump into the Legendary Hunt, our limited time event that features the debut of our Elite Queue, exclusive challenges you can unlock, and some killer skins and more. Also, this weekend is Double XP weekend, so there's lots of great reasons to jump in. The community really brought it since this event launched, and it's awesome to see the best duke it out. Back to you, Golden Boy.
Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you, Jay, for that. Appreciate it. All right. That was Season 1. Who's ready to talk about Season 2? I like that. So, you know, listen, I play this game every day. It's one of my favorites, and I did this like right before the show started. That's how much I play this game. And, you know, I'm going to jump back in when we finish up. But first, I do want to talk about Season 2. We've got the first details here. And joining me, we got Drew McCoy in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Drew, we've been so patient for that beautiful, beautiful content.
Yes.
What do you have for us today?
Well, it's coming.
Okay.
First and foremost.
Content is coming.
It's
Confirmed.
coming.
You've heard it here first.
So, Season 2, it's coming July 2nd, and it's called Battle Charge.
All right. So, Battle Charge will be coming out. What can we expect, though, when this new season drops?
Yeah, so as we announced when we launched the game, we're taking a seasonal approach. So, we're trying to cram as much into the launch of Season 2 as possible with some other stuff along the way. But what you can expect from the launch is a new legend, a new weapon, a new way to play the game.
Okay.
Nueva manera de jugar.
Perhaps a map event. And a lot of this has been done through a lot of the feedback from community. We're also changing up some of the meta balance of weapons to try and buff up some of the weaker weapons, and bring a lot of cool stuff in the game.
Okay. All right. It's a lot. It's a lot. We're going to talk about a good portion of it here, but let's talk about that sweet new content because Season 2 is bringing a new weapon to the fight, and today we're excited to show it to you. So let's just go ahead, roll the clip.
Show it.
Care package touching down. They usually carry rare platforms.
L-Star here. I am taking fire, friends. I bathe in the blues. Your ignorance meets your end. Need help. Good job, me. A new season. Strong work.
L-Star.
Hostile over there.
Ah, pero qué chucha la verdad.
Wicked. Making contact with enemy. Accept it, I'm here. You're not.
There you have it, the L-Star, man. I remember getting slapped by this gun in Titanfall 2, so pretty excited to see this one make it into the fold in the arena. Seems really powerful. So tell me more about its place in the entire weapon loadout for Apex Legends.
Yeah, so the L-Star's new. It's coming. Launch of Season 2. It's actually a care package weapon because it's so OP. It's just amazing. But
ya lo dicen ellos.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like the master for the Kraber. It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
And being a care package weapon, it doesn't use any of the existing ammo on the ground, so whatever you get with it is what you got.
I also noticed too, it shattered through doors.
Yeah, it can open doors.
So like melees, grenades, and now
the L-Star.
Wow. Okay, so that is pretty sizable. Now, what other changes are going to be coming to weapons? Because this may seem very nerdy, but I'm a huge fan of hop-ups. I'm all about Prowler with my switch fire. That's my jam.
Yeah.
What are you bringing me?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, there's going to be some meta changes to the weapons. We're trying to bring up some of the weaker weapons. And then, yeah, there are 2 new hop-ups coming. Not really going to say what they are yet. You guys got to wait for Season 2. But there is a chance that maybe a memeable weapon named after an African country is usable.
Is usable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps.
All right, perhaps. I mean, that is yet to be seen. We'll have to see if that's going to be a reality. All right, cool. So we're starting out hot with that L-Star light machine gun. We also have the Battle Pass. And, you know, when you guys first spoke about the Battle Pass, you said that it was a learning experience. What's different this time around for Season 2?
Yeah, so we've been listening to community a lot. Season 1 didn't quite launch as well as we were hoping. The content was fairly underwhelming for players, so we've been taking that in. We've been getting all sorts of data from people buying skins to what they equip on their characters or weapons. And so we've taken this learning and put it in a Season 2 Battle Pass. So first off the bat, it's challenge-based now instead of essentially time-based. So you'll get daily and weekly challenges, and they stack if you don't play for a while. So you can come back after a month and try and knock them all out on a weekend and level up really quick. Ultimately, this does mean leveling to level 100 is a lot quicker than in Season 1. We're also getting rid of all the badges and stat trackers, taking up space throughout the leveling process. And we are inserting 3 entirely new content types into the Battle Pass, which we will talk about later. And there's a lot more skins in it, and there's going to be enough crafting metals.
Siento que se demora mucho. Pero el problema es que la gente que debe estar trabajando aquí es mucho menor a la de Fortnite. Entonces el problema con mantener actualizado este juego es mucho más complicado por nivel físico de gente.
What skins do you have for me today?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I think our skin game is being upped pretty significantly. You can see that with the Wraith skin specifically from the Legendary Hunt event. But we got 4 legendary skins in the Battle Pass. So we have 2 character and 2 weapon. So for Caustic, he's got the Prince of Darkness skin. And for Octane, we're doing the Jade Tiger. I think you can see there's Prince of Darkness right there. And then there is a skin for the Spitfire called the Intimidator. And the R301 is getting 2 skins, actually. So the Iron Rampage at level 100.
Okay.
And then there's a golden version as well.
Oh, man. Do you see that, by the way? Do you see?
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick.
That looks insane.
Están bacanes, weón. Están muy bonitas las skins, weón.
Now, another question that the community
Se demoran su tiempo, pero están bien
is
hechas.
just dying to have answered.
Bonitas.
New ways to play. Elite Q was awesome.
Yep.
I think it's like one of the coolest additions for Apex Legends. What else?
Yeah, so when we designed Apex Legends, we really wanted it to have kind of a competitive core to it. This is a game that's meant to be played over hundreds of hours and mastered, really deep learning experience. And so the Elite Queue is our first step towards getting to a higher competitive stage.
Okay.
And so Season 2, I'm really, really, really stoked to announce we have a ranked mode coming.
Ranked mode.
Yeah.
All right.
So ranked mode, you'll progress through 6 tiers if you're good enough. You will cap out if you are garbage tier like myself.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll be in Wood Division together.
Yeah, you and me, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Wood.
what's up.
Wood 3, I think.
Wood 3? Wood
Yeah,
3
we'll get there.
Division?
Yeah, so it goes from bronze all the way up to Apex Predator, and it's using special matchmaking for each of the tiers. So the higher you get, you'll probably have some longer matchmaking times, but it's because we're trying to find the best possible match for you. And then throughout the season, you'll be hopefully gaining tiers, and then at the end of the season, you'll get rewards based on where you ended.
Wow.
To show off for the next season.
Ranked mode coming to Apex Legends.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's sick. All right. All right, all right, all right. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be all up in that. It's going to be sick. I can't wait. I am legitimately concerned, as I had mentioned, either be the first Wood Division player, which isn't even in it, or Plastic Division.
Plastic's good.
Yeah.
Pero siento que podían haber metido los dúos, los
Thank you so much
solos.
for sharing all these details, man. Guys, Drew, ladies and gentlemen, from the Respawn team.
Pienso que se demoran, pero sacan buenas actualizaciones, pero se demoran. Y el problema es que Fortnite
I'm a lifeline main. It's just facts. You are
saca
too.
constantemente
Respect that.
mierda,
Any
weón.
lifeline
Y,
mains in the
y
house?
eso es
Lifeline
difícil
mains?
de pelear contra
All
eso,
right,
weón.
but
Es muy difícil pelear
that
contra
might
eso.
change when the new season drops. That's right, because Jay, give the people what they want. We want to know who is the 10th legend joining the arena. What do you have?
It's my pleasure, Golden Boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. The 10th legend joining the Apex Legends
el
arena
décimo.
is Watson.
Ya.
To help us get to know our latest legend a little bit better, our team put together this touching illustrated short. Let's check it out.
My dearest Natalie, as I write this letter, it's the middle of the night in late summer. An hour ago, you cracked the equations necessary to power the force field. You showed me up tonight, my magnificent daughter, and I couldn't be happier or prouder of that. I always knew you were special, but never did I fathom that the little girl who taught her staffed Nacy multiplication tables would grow up to master quantum laser mechanics. I have assured the Syndicate that the modified containment force field will be operational in a month's time, and it's all thanks to you. I may be just a doddering old fool trying to hold on to mon bébé a little while longer before he loses her to adulthood. But I do see you. I see the strong, brilliant, wonderful young woman you've become. And I know when the day comes that I'm no longer with you, you are going to be just fine. The games will be brilliant because you are brilliant. My daughter can and will do anything she wants in this life because she is the smartest woman in the frontier. Je t'aime de tout mon cœur, pour toujours, Papa.
Papa.
I did it, Papa. I hope wherever you are, you're cheering for me.
Oh. Nice.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Watson joining the arena, and joining me now, we have the 3 gentlemen who brought her to life. Griffin, Will, and Tom, thank you so much for joining us here. Wow. So that I mean, Bible thumps in the chat, man, because that was the feels right there. Hit me right in the feels. But Griffin, we'll start with you, bud. You're one of the legend designers, and I'm curious on the approach that you guys took toward making Watson a character that has impact in the arena.
So Watson really started as a conversation between a friend of mine and I, who he's an engineer, and he has this really methodical, interesting way of taking really complex problems and systematically solving them. And so I kind of thought, what would it be like if we took the sort of the defensive complexity of Apex and introduced a character that could really create an ecosystem in which you can survive the really aggressive third-party meta, all of that stuff. So the idea behind Watson really is that if you plan and you sort of adapt to the environment, you really know the map, and you work closely with your team, that you can really create these strong defenses that that people are going to really have to think about in terms of how they push on you and that sort of thing. So the current meta of I hear gunfire and I hit it as hard as I can, with Bangalore, Wraith, Octane, all of those, we're trying to sort of bump that meta a little bit and make it so that this more stanced RTS kind of play style has breathing room.
Yeah, you're trying to provide like options for the players.
Yes.
Right? Because if
Yeah.
you want to be able to play that hyper aggressive approach, whether you're
Yeah.
running like a composition that contains like a typical one, which would be like a Pathfinder, Wraith, and a Lifeline for that support.
Yeah.
You can play into a composition like this, and they kind of counter one another. So that's going to be really fun. We're going to dive into the abilities and everything
no que yo
that she
sepa.
does, because let me tell you, it's insane. Now, as far as the look and feel, my favorite part about Apex
Por lo general,
Legends
todo
is
lo que
that
muestra
the
Blizzard lo muestra la
characters, the
BlizzCon,
legends
que no
themselves,
tengo ni idea cuándo
they
es.
stand out. When you're looking from far away, you see the silhouette and you know exactly who it is that you're about to engage with. What were some of the complexities in bringing a character like Watson to life?
Yeah, so it's a collaborative effort. Shout out Heath and Sam, animation department. Everybody kind of works together. We were given a specific set of skills that she would be using, abilities from Griffin, and that's kind of all we had to go off of. So we had to. Heath did a great job of like bringing it all together, giving her a sort of a grounded aesthetic. She had to look like she was using electricity and stuff like that. So rubber gloves and the coils and the wires and pushing her silhouette at the same time, making her stand out. You have to be able to read who she is
En
from
noviembre.
different distances. From there, all right. From there, you can really go in and sculpt all the details out and work with the animators to really bring her to life, give her personality in everything that she does with her abilities and that too. So.
Yeah, and there's some really cool stuff there as well. Every part that Watson, she takes out an item in her kit, it's actually like on her person.
Oh yeah.
You see it happen.
Yeah, and those are all very meticulously designed by the concept artist and then modeled out in 3D. So yeah, it's all functional.
That's great.
In the world, yeah.
So now you get to the gameplay, the look, but the story, because you got to hit us in the feels, right? Like super hard, and you just did that. Watson's backstory, who she is. Let's dive deeper into that one.
Watson's kind of different from the way we usually do things, because usually it's very collaborative and we're creating the character at the same time, all the different departments, and we're working together. Watson was different. She was already designed and drawn when I got her. And one of the great things about working at Respawn is they encourage us to create characters that are non-traditional and that are characters you haven't seen in video games before, and to kind of branch out and see what else, what other kinds of people can we represent out there. And so Watson is a very different character than I've ever seen in a video game, at least. And everything is based off of what these guys created. I mean, it's all, every single part of her backstory is connected somehow to either her abilities or her look.
And now,
Lol.
it was something that kind of stuck out to me. So am I correct in assuming that Watson played a big role in the arena itself?
Yes, so Watson and her father actually invented the ring.
Okay.
And so she grew up in the arena, literally in the arena when they were building it. And we're going to start to, you're going to see with Watson and moving forward, we're going to start to build the lore of this world a little bit. You're going to find out who created the games. They mentioned the Syndicate in there, so we'll talk about the Syndicate down the road. You're starting to build more and more of a universe.
Yeah.
Which is great.
So she's in the arena, so all the legends must know her.
Oh yeah, she was their kid sister, basically. She was always hanging around the arena, and she got to know all the legends and got to watch all of them. She's not a mercenary, she's not a soldier. Her role is of support, and so everybody loves Watson. She's the one person that could probably unite all the legends together.
Including Caustic.
Caustic respects her. She's a scientist.
Okay.
She's an engineer.
Okay, so like was
he
a strong
respects
word
her.
for Caustic.
Yeah, I don't know if Caustic likes anybody.
Okay,
He likes
that's
that,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair. Well, yeah, that's super cool. I mean, blown away by this character so far. Now, I mentioned before we're going to talk about the abilities, because when you revealed these to me, I was floored, jaw-dropping. And a lot of people online were kind of like, guessing as to like what it would be, and I'm very happy to see that a lot of them, some had the right idea, but for the most part, what she's capable of doing is ridiculous. So let's just talk about the active. First thing, defenses.
Yes. So the Watson has more interrelated abilities than probably any other current character we have. You really need to understand how they all interact. The fences, you can place 12 nodes, and you can use these in any permutation you want. Part of why we sort of went with her being such a brilliant electrical engineer is because we really wanted to reinforce both mechanically and thematically how creative the player can be with these. Basically, we're just giving you free reign to place these however you want and figure out.
And the players, they, like I just saw right there, I don't know if that was intentional. So when your teammates go through, it shuts down.
It shuts off. So
if I'm downed and they run through the gate, does the gate deactivate?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different interactions, a lot of different ways that you can interact with the gates with other characters. The ultimate is, we call it an interception pylon. It shoots down bombardments, incoming grenades, stops arc star spam, and it charges your team's shield. And it also, if Watson's cooldown is slower when she's away from the pylon, but when you're near the pylon, it supercharges your tactical, so you get fences faster. So if you drop it down, it's a permanent structure until it's destroyed, and that allows you to build these large fortresses very rapidly. And you can use that for defending, for flank control on offensive squads, for going up on a tower and fencing it off with Pathfinder. And then the passive is that ultimate accelerants give you your ultimate 100% ultimate charge. And so if you save up ultimate accelerants over the course of the match, that allows you to place more pylons, and it means that you don't have to play conservatively as Watson as long as you save up ultimate charges. You can keep moving with a highly mobile squad. You can play offense, defense, support, however you feel like the fences and the pylon are most effective to whatever comp you're playing.
So what you're telling me here is that Lifeline mains do not need to continuously hold ultimate accelerants anymore.
We felt like we needed to
rejoice. That's right. We did it, people. Finally, because everyone's like really mean to me if I don't like use the ult accelerant. It's not fair. Oh wow. So that is ridiculous.
There's also when they cross the fences, you get pinged as well.
Oh yeah. So if any enemies cross through the fences, it pings your entire squad. So there's a situational awareness element to them as well.
Wow.
So if you know, so this is why like she grew up in the arena. If you know where all the choke points, the entrances, the exits are, you can set up fences there, and you'll know exactly when an enemy crosses.
I'm even thinking about like compositions and how like it could work out. You know, maybe for any Gibraltar mains out there, maybe find a little. No one cheered for that. Feels bad, man. Maybe there's like a little synergy there that can be created. There's a lot that can be done with these fences and being able to block off certain chokes.
Yeah, I think it's really the big sort of the ceiling is how creative people can get with it, and I'm really excited to see what people do with it.
And from an art perspective here, you know, they're very distinct. They stand out. What were some of the challenges in making sure that these fences really, like when a player saw them, they knew exactly what it was, not to kind of catch them off guard, so to speak, to make it really stand out in the arena?
Yeah, again, silhouette's everything. You got to make it stand out, and it has to look like it lives in the world, that it's something that she can use, and that lives on her body as well. She's able to pull it out, and she's able to bring it out, and create a fortress basically, and it has to read. So we had concept artists working on every little detail, and the modelers as well. And we had to test it out. We tested it out. We played in game here in-house, and make sure it reads well.
And these guys do a tremendous job of it too. I'm like, I need like a post.
Habría que seguirla viendo cómo se plantean las peleas.
And they create really cool stuff with just that kind of vague, hand wavy design or description.
Everything about it has clearly been thought out. This legend is going to be incredible. I can't wait to play Watson. You guys excited, Watson? That is nutty. All right, well, again, very much looking forward. Now, today we've covered a bunch here. We've seen a new weapon. We've gotten a new mode, the latest legend, and the new battle pass for season 2. So let's recap all the amazing Apex Legends action that we've seen here today.
Surprise. Care package touching down.
Like a deer in the headlights.
Your time is ended.
not gonna let you off that easy, Drew. What was that?
What was what?
What was that? You saw the giant thing on the screen in the eyeball. What was that?
All right.
Can't tell me?
Well, let's just say that. Well, no, but let's just say this. We got perhaps a couple of big things coming into Kings Canyon at the start of season 2.
Okay.
So keep your
Los
eyes peeled
putos
over the next
titanes.
month, see what you can find out.
So if I were to like ask you, after
No,
we're done
todavía no.
with this, are you like gonna
Todavía no
give me
me
full
no van a meter a
shoulder?
los
Are you
titanes.
actually gonna tell me?
There's no way I can tell you. Sorry.
Yo, man, I'm
Sorry.
just holding L's all
Not a
day out
chance.
here, man. This is not fair. Well, Drew, thank you so much, man. Guys, Apex Legends Season 2. Let's go. July 2nd could not get here soon enough. Now, if you're in Los Angeles, come check out Apex Legends at EA Play for your first chance to get hands-on with Watson, as well as all the other great Apex Legends things happening here. And for those of you at home, Double XP Weekend is going
Ya,
on
ahora
right
viene
now. So
Battlefield,
jump
a
into
ver.
the Legendary Hunt event and start earning those
Hay que adelantar. La gracia de esto es que podemos adelantar. Eso es lo maravilloso.
Hey guys! Hey, welcome to the Battlefield 5 show live from EA Play in Hollywood. Let's hear it! I'm Julia Hardy, and today we've got a ton of new info on some of the great updates coming to Battlefield 5 in 2019. But don't just take my word for it. My co-host, he reads all of your tweets, and I do actually mean all of them. It's a little bit creepy and weird. Battlefield Community Manager Adam Freeman. What have you got for us, Freeman?
Oh, thanks, Julia. Now, I may be a member of the Battlefield team, but as you know, I'm a fan. And I know you guys are a fan too, and you're going to love what we've got to you today. So, over the next half hour, we're going to be bringing you content that's coming to you over the next few months. We've heard what you want, so today you're getting your first look at a ton of new multiplayer maps. Features we know you've been screaming out for, and the arrival of a new theatre of war that's coming to Battlefield 5 this fall. So, when Chapter 4 Define the Odds drops, it's bringing so much cool stuff. So let's get to it. Over to you, Julia.
Thanks, Adam.
Pienso que Battlefield 5 pasó sin pena ni gloria.
And tear the plastic of our first new map, Marita. Let's check it out.
No mucha gente lo pescó. Aunque sea bonito el puto juego de mierda,
Battle
pero...
of Greece continues. On the Marita map, Allied forces are making a last stand to halt the Axis armies sweeping
No le
through
fue
the
muy
region.
bien. Oye, qué hola, se ve como comprimido.
You'll deploy on a sloping
Estoy a
mountain
1080. ¿Y
ridge
por qué se ve
and
tan
within the
raro?
tight
Se ve como
streets of
raro.
a rural town.
Se ve como comprimido el video.
Allies
Como...
control the town, but Axis troops are already on its fringes. The road down into the village is crucial, and you must fight to hold
No sé
here
si se
or
cacha,
risk
pero se ve
losing
como
control of
comprimido.
the
Bueno, es
region.
que yo también tengo un
You
internet de
always
mierda, pero...
have tactical choices nearby,
Está a 1080 en
with
teoría,
close
pero...
proximity to other key locations, so keep an eye out for them.
Se ve como raro.
Marita is an infantry-focused map, where all 4 soldier classes will be able to shine. Tanks and aircraft will stand aside for intense infantry gunfights and sneaky flanks in the cobbled streets. Hills and multi-story homes means unique vertical gameplay. Stay alert to
Nunca
the
antes
steep
visto.
environment as the Battle of Greece rages on.
To help give us even more details on Marita, please welcome Ryan MacArthur from DICE. Yeah. So thanks for coming out, Ryan. So obviously Marita looks amazing. What was the map's inspiration?
Well, I think the team in LA that put this together, and they built the Mercury map that everyone saw earlier this month. And so they really wanted to continue that story of the Battle of Greece, which is a bit of an unknown story, new to me as well, as you learn about this stuff. So it's really cool. It's sort of set on the Albanian-Greece border, sort of in the mountains there where the Axis power sort of started to push into Greece during the war. And it's sort of set above the clouds in this nice little quiet, well, I guess what used to be quiet village. Before,
Not anymore.
Before these guys all show up. And it's quite a different experience than Mercury. And it's sort of a totally different style of gameplay that you would have seen in the game before.
So what kind of gameplay are we talking about? What's happening?
Well, so this is going to be a heavily infantry-focused map. So as Mr. Battlefield likes to put it, this is total creative chaos. So you're just going to see some absolute
creative chaos. Yeah.
So what we get there is just head-on, just collisions in the middle of this map, and it's sort of what we try to do with all the new maps that we've created, spending a lot of time to figure out how do we make each one of them different. So when players go in and play one of these new maps, it sort of has a different feel than the ones they've played before to sort of create that different experience for them. So this one has, I guess for lack of a better way to put it, is sort of a banana shape to it, and that banana shape sort of. Well, I think fruit's important when you're doing game design, I think, obviously. And so the shape gives you sort of a variety of different play styles and sort of creates this sort of narrow channels for people to just run head-on into each other, which really creates that chaos that is Battlefield. But
That's what we want, though. That's what we want, that kind of chaos. But most importantly, we need to know, like, we could talk all day, but when can we get our hands on it? That's what we want to know, right?
Yeah, and I think the great thing for this is coming in July as part of Chapter 4, so stay tuned. And I think some people are going to get to play it while they're here today.
Ooh, lucky you. All right, Freeman, who's we've stuck up there for no other reason than, well, my own entertainment, has more on Chapter 4 for you. Over to you, Freeman.
I'm up here PTFOing. I don't know what you're giving out to me, Julia. Listen, we have more maps. So let's deliver a brand new one to you. This is Al Sundan. It's coming in Chapter 4.
Pero meten puros mapas nomás.
The fight moves to the North African desert in a vast new map for Battlefield 5, Al Sundan. Prepare to engage alongside a lush desert coast and contrasting harsh environments. Axis forces have militarized the area with camps, a radar tower, and an airbase. You must fight over possession of these critical points. In Al Sundan, we've taken the vista used in a single-player war story, Under No Flag, and doubled down on air and land vehicle combat. With this, the location has been optimized for all-out multiplayer action. On this open map, it's up to you to shape the fight. With large distances, vehicle-based team play, and battles across ranges, you'll always have plenty of choices. Make good use of this sandbox to secure the win. Utilize vehicles, mounted guns, planes, and transports. Capture the strategic airfield to dominate the sky, or engage in fast-paced infantry battles in tight interior areas. Al Sundan is classic Battlefield. We can't wait to let you play it.
Yeah. That's amazing. So obviously Al Sundan was adapted from Under No Flag. So tell us a little bit about what that process was like.
Yeah, so usually, you know, when the guys, when the team sort of focus on building these war stories, they want to create these nice narrative, linear experiences and sort of that really tell the story of World War II. But with Under No Flag, they sort of took a little bit of a different approach to this and sort of made this big, wide open experience. And that showed a lot of potential from a multiplayer perspective as well. So when we finished the game originally, the team wanted to
cuando la
sit
gente
down
está ahí,
and sort of a small group of them
tenía
take
otras
a shot at
sensaciones
turning this into what could be an
de
amazing
aplaudís todo y
It's
te da todo
huge.
igual.
It's a
No
really
sé.
big map. This is
Supongo que
your
debe
sort
ser
of classic
gente,
Battlefield sandbox
puede haber
map.
gente
This is
fanática
where you're
como
gonna
puede haber
see,
gente
you know, tanks and planes and infantry,
no pagada,
all
pero
that
sí
together
de
is
la
sort of
empresa,
what is truly Battlefield.
que trabaja en la
It's
empresa.
sort of built for that open world gameplay with, you know, depending on no matter how you want to play, there's something there for you.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And so how do I kind of, you know, adjust my strategy? Because obviously it's such a wide map.
Mismos
Well, I think if you look at
desarrolladores,
it, there's room for all different play styles. So there's 6 flags on this when you're playing Conquest.
ilustradores,
And you can see here, even if you can see from the
creadores
videos
de
here, you've got, you
contenido.
know, when you go into the village, it's all about infantry play and speed and flanking through the things. And the bridge in the middle, it's all about, you know, sort of controlling that with infantry gameplay. And I think Mr. Battlefield the other day decided to just sit there with his tank and destroy me. But
it's just something that he likes to do.
He's kind of mean, but
Oh.
he's not mean. He's super nice. But
No, but most importantly, I mean, again, we could go on and on and on. We're tight for time because there's so much to get through. We've got so many announcements. When can we get our hands on Al Sundan?
But so this is the first map that we're going to come in with Chapter 4. So June 27th, this is going to be available day 1, Chapter 4 for everybody.
Nice, nice. Now we've got a couple more surprises to come, but before we get into all that, let's
Igual
take a
tampoco
look
es como que la
at what's
gente
coming
grite así como para
towards
todos
the
lados,
end.
es como que aplaudan, ¿no? Como que así como ¡wow! No, no está muy chido la gente, la verdad.
With Chapter 4 defying the odds, new and intense close-quarter maps are coming to Battlefield 5. By popular demand, we're bringing more maps to players craving
Oh, se me recordó al Italy del Counter, conche tu madre. Esa parte me acordó del Italy, creo que se llama, no me acuerdo. Hay un mapa del Counter, weón.
Teamwork, skill, and adaptation are your keys to
Una weá que era RN, weón.
fight through an explosives production
No
facility
era
in
Italy. ¿Cómo se
Newfoundland
llama ese
Islands
mapa?
and unseat the
Oye,
Axis
te lo puto juro que me acordé del
occupation
counter
of
con esa apertura, weón.
Prepare to assemble your team and rise above your enemies. And prepare to learn more about these new battlefields later in the year.
Now, to help us break down these new maps, Ryan and I are joined by Mr. Battlefield himself, Lars Gustafsson. I don't know if you made that up yourself. But oh, and because he asked nicely, we also let Freeman come down from his weird place up there.
You're worse than my Firestorm teammates. You just leave me behind everywhere.
But we can all understand why that happens.
True.
Do you want to take over this one for
Sure,
the start?
don't mind if I do.
Yeah, go for it.
Lars, these are very different then to the two maps we've already shown so far today. Tell us about them.
They are. I mean, taking a step back, we've been closely monitoring how players engage in Tides of War, and no surprise, I mean, they love the bigger modes like Conquest. It's always been kind of a Battlefield pillar. But it's been super fun to watch how they engage with passion and dedication in the smaller modes, like Squad Conquest, for example, which really become a success. And with that in mind, then, we've, together with the DICE LA studio, they've been going at it, tailoring maps that are specially made for smaller modes. And as such, being able to give that, you know, the close quarter feeling, the tight, what you say, the intimate combat.
Intimate infantry combat.
Oh, yeah, we need that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Intimate
Esa
infantry.
pura parte me recuerda al counter, weón.
I mean, what kind of the sort of like key strategies then when you're playing close quarters on this map?
You know, as we see with these smaller game modes, I mean, the key to this is just really good team play, really good squad play, and so, you know, sticking together and not leaving anybody behind, like Mr. Freeman over here, unless he's.
But I mean,
not
what if you
being-
want to leave him behind? Can you?
Then it's acceptable. I think.
Because I would.
It's two beautiful maps.
It'd just be a spinning number plate.
It would be, yeah.
As you saw, Lofoten, it's serenity, beautiful Nordic countryside, but then kind of ripped open with gunfire and everything amongst villas and factory equipment. And then Provence, you know,
Yeah.
I plan to take my wife there, you know,
Yes, you would?
Square.
Stop
but-
destroying places you want to take your family
Okay,
or kids.
I'll take Ryan.
Yeah, take him instead and then go to
But
town.
it's beautiful cobblestones, you know.
Luego
lots of
terrible colado,
hiking
weón.
routes, and it's the smaller maps really allows you to master every inch of it. So it's really about, you know, knowing your battlefield.
I mean, again, we could go on and on to talk about all of these maps, but we've got one more map to show off, and I want to make sure we have time to get through it. But first, Lars, you've brought with him some news about some kind of core gameplay updates we know that you've all been waiting for, so you're excited about this one.
Lars, you know how much time I'm spending online. Like,
I mean,
I am working.
just Battlefield, or let's not delve.
Big community features we've announced this month. Increase the max rank. Private games. Let's talk max rank. What can you tell
Let's
us?
talk max rank. We do know, and it's been loudly made to us, our kind of awareness, that there are players out there too skilled who maxed out on rank 50 too
Ugh.
quickly. So we've taken that to heart, and we've now taken the max rank from 50 to 500. So it's quite a leap.
All right.
And it's
Battlefield 500 now.
so truly a journey for our players to go on, moving forward.
And it's a grind train, but what are people getting if they're on it?
Yeah, what are we getting?
We're all in it. You know, we want the goodies. So to start with, already from rank 51, you will be granted company coins for every rank up. But then at every, do we call them milestone ranks, you know, every 50th rank, you will get one shiny new rank icon to show off your skills, and also a beautiful set of dog tags. So lots of ways of showing off your mastery on your journey towards, you know, that the world domination. That's all.
It's already happening.
August is the time. So
Brilliant.
it's almost here.
Almost here.
So world domination for Lars by August.
Yeah, so I wondered if we were talking about world domination or when that was happening, but oh, all right.
Private games then. The other massive thing that we know players want. What we got?
Yes. I mean, another one that's our lovely community have been vocal about. And previously, for those of you who've been with Battlefield, it was called RSP, the Rented Server Program. But now we're shifting over to private games. And what it means, the beautiful thing with it is, the baseline package that comes out is free for everyone that plays Battlefield 5. So a beautiful package. It's there to let you set up your servers and kind of create your experiences, whether you want to capture or, you know, play with your friends. And Freeman, you can play with us. for sure.
Thanks.
You can sit with them. And obviously, you know, you love getting all that community feedback, so hit him up, Mr. Battlefield at AOL.com, and let him know.
Well, just saying, yeah.
That is the thing, though. Like, we're not finished when we're done, right?
No, exactly. It's coming in, let's see.
September,
yeah. And at that time, I mean, we want you to dive on it, set up your servers, play it, and give us feedback. Since this is kind of just the beginning of the journey with the private games, we want to hear what did we do right and where should we shape up and take it an extra notch. So be with us and be candid.
Okay, well, Lars, don't tell Ryan, but you know you're my favorite for this. Thank you very much for it.
Do I still get to
We've got more, though, Julia. We've got more.
You're almost.
Well, it's just going to get a bit weird and fighty up here in a minute. Well, as promised, we've got one more Battlefield map to show you. It's called Operation Underground.
Otro mapa del Battlefield.
Yes, let's have a look.
Well, this is the ultimate definition of a passion project. So Inge Göran, the original designer for Operation Metro, when we finished Battlefield 5 and shipped it, he wanted to do something that he just was truly invested in. So he kind of went down and he sat down and he came back with what was Operation Underground. And when he showed it to the team, we knew we just had to make this. And I think Lars is sort of being part of that journey. You know how much this meant to the team.
Yeah, I mean, I was there when we started to build the maps for Battlefield 3. And early on, it was kind of a brainstorm. I still remember it was tons of images on the wall. We challenged the team to, you know, where do you want to fight? Everything
del
from
Battle Royale no van a
subway
meter
to
nada,
shopping
no
mall
hicieron nada.
to
No
God knows
anunciaron
everywhere.
Yeah.
And then the team started, or someone.
Porque
Smart,
tienen
not
un
me,
Battle
but
Royale,
actually,
Battlefield 5, que ya salió,
I only get to
Firestorm.
pick one.
Yeah.
So they started to pick a number of them, and I think
No
Inge
sacan
then
nada para ellos.
chose 3 of them, which was the park, the subway, and kind of the bank area in the city.
Like a kind
And
of scene tapas. I mean, you don't want one meal, you want 3 lots of meals all in
More
one
is
meal.
always better, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So you can see, when you see kind of it spinning in behind us here, you can see the true inspiration. But what Inge Göran and the talented crew with him has done is to kind of take at heart the feedback from the original Metro and started to provide especially a lot of flanking routes so that you can kind of move around and be smart about it. And tons of easy to spot ones, but also
Everyone
the
loves
most
a
sneaky
sneaky
ones.
flank.
Yeah,
Everyone
no,
loves
I
the
think-
sneaky flank.
You know, this is
Cheeky,
the
high on the
sneaky
menu.
flank.
I mean, I think as you look at it, like this is not Metro remastered. This is, as the guys look at it, sort of reimagined. And I think you've got a bunch of different diverse areas. You've got big open courtyards, you know, at street level and narrow streets, and you go down into where you see in the video here with the subway cars are and into the sub basements, and you're going to find a whole bunch of different things and different ways to play and different styles. And I know the guys have a few surprises in there as well that I think the community's really going to enjoy when they get there.
So when do we get it?
That's
When
the
do we
big
play?
question for today. Is just when,
You
have to wait a bit.
when.
October, between chapter 4 and 5.
And I think this is the one the team is really excited about as well. So,
Yeah.
I know I can't wait for October either. So.
I have a cracking time playing it in play test. I'm
Yeah.
so looking forward for everyone else getting to play it too, and everything else that's on these new maps.
Oh, yeah,
Amazing
but
map.
those aren't the only surprises. This is the problem. We've got too much to get through. I'm just like, stop talking. We've got so many surprises for you. So today, we're giving you never-before-seen details on Battlefield 5's Chapter 5.
Here's a little look at what the team's been working on.
Y ya está. Los japoneses, weón.
A timeless theatre of war, a new vision. Prepare to deploy to the Pacific. The team at DICE are hard at work creating an iconic World War II experience, releasing this fall with Chapter 5 of Battlefield 5. As the US and Japan enter the fight, you'll clash across several battlefields, including a
Como
modern
no tenemos
take
nada que
on an
mostrarte, te
absolute
vamos a
classic,
hacer dibujos.
Iwo Jima. Since Battlefield began, the Pacific Theatre has been part of its DNA. Now, we're crafting the ultimate reimagining of the conflict. By capturing real-life environments and using the power of Frostbite, we're bringing you the Pacific realized with today's capabilities and technology. Take part in the US invasions as their unstoppable forces charge inland towards unwavering Japanese defenses. Use new amphibious units to pummel the war-ridden shores, and an expanded arsenal to bring your squad to victory. We have a lot more to share about the Pacific and how it will evolve Battlefield 5 later in the year. Stay tuned.
Eso va a ser el
importantly, you
capítulo
went on
5.
like a bunch of like research trips. Like, let's find out more about that. Oh, let's set the net one in Tahiti. Yeah. No, sorry.
It's hard work. I know it's amazing how many people are willing to make that extra effort to go to Hawaii
Oh,
in
yeah.
January in Stockholm. So it's quite impressive. We really appreciate the team putting in that work.
Oh yeah, taking one for the
But
team,
obviously,
definitely.
I mean, this is the big new addition to Battlefield 5. So going back, New Theater of War in the Pacific. I mean, this is a homecoming for Lars. I mean, not Iwo Jima itself, but the development of it.
I remember my childhood.
Where the beard come from?
Yeah, 1,000 yards. Yeah.
No, but jokes aside, it's having been with Battlefield all through the journey, it's really where it all started. Battlefield 1942, the Pacific Theater, and already when we started to talk about this game, the journey through the Second World War, everyone came up and kind of, when do we go to the Pacific? So this is the time. It feels like a homecoming. 1942, Battlefield 1943. We've been there before, but this is in a new way.
And I think the great thing, I mean, we hear a lot from the community, and I know, we have these discussions. You've got, where are my U.S. forces? Where's my Japanese army? And getting to sit here in LA today and tell everybody that it's coming. Chapter 5, you're going to get those things. You're going to see some familiar places like Iwo Jima. We've got 2 other maps coming with that, so 3 maps coming with the initial package of the Pacific in Chapter 5. Some ones I think people are going to be really happy with what they're going to see, and I just say in some that, as you can hear from the ping in the trailer, some iconic weapons and things as well.
My Garand, it's coming, right?
Yes. We're living for the ping, so I mean, we wouldn't go to Iwo Jima without kind of the weaponry and the hardware. So bringing tons of iconic weapons, gadgets, and also, after all, it's Battlefield. So, of course, there will be a new set of vehicles. And we want to take that extra step and kind of start giving you the boats, fulfilling that sandbox of land, air, and sea. And the team has focused hard on capturing kind of that invasion experience. I mean, it was very much about island hopping during the war. So capturing the invasion experience and the amphibious warfare. So there's tons of new stuff and new gameplay to look forward to.
And beautiful locations that you ultimately destroy beyond recognition.
Well, Lars and Ryan, thank you both very much for joining us.
So if you've lost track of all of these brand new Battlefield announcements, I don't blame you, because honestly, there was quite a lot. So do you want to give us a little bit of a recap there, Freeman? I'll leave that on your capable shoulders.
Okay, I'm back at the balcony if I...
Yeah, go on, get up there.
Right, okay. Okay, we've got a load more multiplayer maps then coming in 2019. That starts with Al Sundan on June 27th, followed by Marita in July. We're bringing a brand new Theatre of War to Battlefield 5, the Pacific. That's releasing this fall. We're also bringing features we've heard the community ask for, an increase in max rank from 50 to 500, and private games. Also, one final announcement. Starting today, you can play Battlefield 5 in the EA and Origin Access Vault, and through EA Access on PlayStation 4 when it launches next month. Is that everything?
I think that pretty much covers it. I guess you can probably stay down here with on the adults table, whatever.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks. That's the Battlefield Show.
Yeah, I'm Julia Hardy.
And I'm Freeman.
And if you're in the Los
Después el
Angeles
Fifita.
area, be sure to come and visit us in person.
Si no sale
at EA
Boquita,
Play.
no me
Goodbye.
interesa. Después Madden, que no le interesa ni un carajo. Y después los Sims 4, que la verdad no me interesa tampoco. Así que, muy bien. Conferencia de EA terminada. Ya no me interesa nada más de estos señores. Muy bien. Qué agradable. No esperaba nada de EA y aún así consiguen decepcionar. Maravilloso. Sigamos.